Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. For this video, I wanted to do a process video in my December daily book. I don't exactly know what I'm calling this, but it is a December daily. Today is day 3, and I'll be working on day 2 page. This is my album. I'll leave a link down below to like my kit and everything and my album if you're interested in looking at that. But this is day 1, and this tag is where I have my journaling, and so I wanted to do day 2. And so Sunday, which is day 2, I actually went to go see this Harry Potter History of Magic at the New York Historical Society. It is I think it's the same exhibit or a similar exhibit to the one that was in the British Museum, the British Library in England, in London, for the Harry Potter 20th anniversary. So I went to go see this. This is actually the little kid book that, the parents can pick up for the kids. This is my ticket, and this was my little thing, but it's orange, so I probably won't use it, and doesn't say anything on here about Harry Potter, so I probably won't use that. But we couldn't take photographs in the exhibit, so I went ahead and printed out a photo of Hogwarts Castle. This is at Universal Studios at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So I printed that out, and I took one of these. This is like an audio book. There's a code on the back, but I think I'm going to use the envelope. And I might cut out my ticket, and I think I'm going to tuck this into a pocket, even though, because they didn't really have like a pamphlet or anything about the exhibit. They just had this one, which was it's kind of like, it's like an activity book for the kids. So that's kind of why I took it, because it had the exhibit that I was seeing. So I might tuck that into a pocket. But yes, I'm going to create a little spread. This might be I don't know. It's going to be this. And I recently printed out a bunch of papers from Suse Fish. She designs these beautiful papers, these beautiful kits. I think this is a mixture because I kind of double-sided them. These are my favorite prints, but most of it is from her, I think it's called Wrap Up Warm kit. I have a bunch of little things that I printed out as well, but I was gonna use a paper. I was thinking of using a paper to make the pocket out of. I just don't know which paper. But yeah, I will leave a link down below to Suse's Etsy shop because her printables are so adorable. Oh my god, they're so cute. Like, look at this. It's so cute. Anyway, so I've added a bunch of her bits into my little December kit here. So I was thinking of taking, I don't know, maybe not taking that out, working on this page and then having a pocket here so I can tuck this inside, and then I guess I can either decorate the pocket with the photo or over here with the photo and all of this stuff that I have here. So that is what I'm going to be up to in this video. I probably won't talk. I'll probably speed this up and then maybe do a voiceover on top. But yeah, so that is what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to get to it. So I started off by creating a little pocket. I really wanted to create a pocket out of these papers. These are some printables from Suse Fish, but I printed them on letter size paper and the pamphlet was just too big. So I went ahead and grabbed some baggies. I have a glacine bag and I have like a craft paper bag. I decided to go with the craft paper bag because it was bigger and it fit the booklet better. I played around with it. I ended up trimming a bit from the top so that it was a bit more flushed to the booklet insert. And I grabbed my scallop circle punch and I punched out like sort of like a half scallop in the top just so I have like a space to pull up the book, but I didn't really end up using this booklet, this envelope like that. You'll see here I'm trimming down my photo and my ticket and just gathering other little bits. And I was gonna like fix that little notch that I put there, but yeah, I really wanted to use this paper though from one of Suse's kits, and so what I did was I just kind of trimmed it down to size, to the size of the little pocket envelope, because I thought of maybe I can put the paper over it and then have the pocket on the back. I didn't really want to see much of that craft paper basically. So what I end up doing, I forget about the pocket for now, and I start creating my little photo cluster. And so I'm just pulling out a bunch of bits that I thought that I would want to use. I end up using this leftover piece of another paper bag, and so I'm just like layering a bunch of white pieces together, and I'm ripping up the edge of that paper bag a little bit because it's a little too long. But yeah, so I'm layering up that folded piece of paper bag, the doily, and I really wanted to use a book page because, you know, it's Harry Potter, but I end up not using the book page. What I end up doing is I grab, I think it was like a pink piece of paper, but before that I grabbed this little kind of, it's like a little seed envelope. It's from Muji, and I kind of folded in my ticket into that. So yeah, I pick up that pink, it's a Simple Stories paper, it's pink, it's like this blush pink with gold foil dots, and just to add a little bit of the pink color, because I don't know if you can tell on the background paper, it's this periwinkle blue, but the leaves, I believe, are like this pink color, so I kind of wanted to have something pink to pop that out with. I do end up layering that little Harry Potter envelope on the back. I just love how that kind of comes out a little bit, and it's very reminiscent of, you know, that scene in Sorcerer's Stone where Harry is trying to get his letter. I really love that look. So I'm just gluing everything down. I end up gluing the paper bag part into a pocket so I can tuck that Muji envelope in with my ticket. And so it makes it a little interactive, and I eventually am going to do my journaling and tuck it into that envelope as well. So this little flower cluster is another piece from one of Suse's kits, and I just kind of tuck it there because I want to bring out some more of that pink color. And I'm using this Stay Magical die cut. It's like a white glitter, and it's from I think the recent Dear Lizzie collection. I don't remember the name of it. It's like Stay something. It's the one with the mermaids and stuff, that collection. I don't know what that collection was called. New Day, I don't remember. But that's where this piece is from, and I thought it was fitting because it is Harry Potter, so, you know, magic. And the whole exhibit that I went to was about how J.K. Rowling used folklore and other bits from history, you know, like the witch trials and all this stuff, to create her like wizarding world. So I thought, you know, it was all about the magic, stay magical, so I kind of put that there, and I put half of it up on some foam squares. Here, what I ended up doing is I ended up just gluing that entire paper onto the back of the envelope. So the notch is still there, so on the other side you would see the notch that I made, and I think that ended up working out really well because after I did that, I went ahead and punched the holes so I knew where my holes were, and so that I put the paper in where it's supposed to be. And what I end up doing after I put the little booklet in, I grabbed, like, I think it was like a leftover piece of paper that, or it was a leftover tab from one of the Studio Calico page dividers that I cut off, and I just kind of glued it onto the inside cover of the little pamphlet so that it sticks up on the top, so it's easy for me to pull up. And so the basic layout is pretty much done. I am digging through more of the cut aparts from Suse's kit, and I pulled out some just to embellish, just to put in some more of those mints and definitely more of the pinks. Here I'm digging through my puffy stickers, and I grabbed a bunch from, like a little bunch of hearts from, these are Felicity Jane, I believe they're from the Brooke kit, and I just kind of just using them to put down just to add more little embellishments. I want something in that top corner there, and so I'm just kind of fussing around trying to find something. I ended up settling on this snowflake from Snow and Cocoa, and I used this snowflake wood veneer from Target that I've had in my stash there, and I ended up putting that little pink star right on top too. And that page is basically done for the most part. I go back into this little pocket, this little emoji pocket. I end up getting a tag from my stash, one of the tags that I made from some white cardstock, and that's where I'm going to put my journaling. I end up also grabbing a little paper clip, one of those little gold paper clips from Felicity Jane. They're the little mini ones, just to attach the ticket to the tag so that they're together in the pocket. And that's that page. Basically, I'll go back in later and do my journaling. So I wasn't going to do anything for day 3, which is today, but I decided to use the opposite page where I was supposed to do day 2, but I ended up not, just to kind of record day 3. You saw me make like a little cluster from Suse's cards and stuff. Well, I pulled out my modeling paste and this star stencil from, I want to say Echo Park. I think it's Echo Park. It's either Echo Park or Cartabella. I don't remember what the packaging said. And I just put just some stars on that page there. I wanted some white and a bit of texture. And using this little cluster, but before I do that, I decide it needs a bit more white, and so I took some Liquitex white acrylic ink and in very Suse fashion just splattered it onto my page. And here I'm just going to place that journaling card and the floral bunch along with that doily, and this top left position is where it's all going to go down. I kind of pulled out the other page because they're going to sit next to each other just to see the balance of everything. So I glued that down, and for the most part I'm using Suse's kit here. I pulled out that rest because that's been today, it's just been a very, what I like to call blah day, a very restful day. I'm extremely introverted, so whenever I kind of go out in public, it like depletes my energy. And it's funny, I always wondered, like in high school, why that would always be. Like, why would I would feel like hungover after I hung out with my friends for like a long day. And I kind of never really understood that, until recently. And just learning about introverts and my personality type, it just kind of like, that makes so much, everything makes so much sense now. So yeah, I feel hungover when I'm around people, and so yesterday, Sunday, after I came back from the exhibit, I actually fell asleep. I took a nap because I was just so tired, and it was raining too, so that the weather, the lack of sun also affects me and my energy levels, so it was just like I was gone, and I woke up like a few hours later, and I was like, oh, okay, let me be a person. But so that's what I'm gonna end up journaling here. I don't actually do my journaling on camera. I want to keep that a little bit private, so I'll probably do it off camera, but I'm doing my little cluster here. So I wanted to use that rest, and I wanted like a little animal or some sort of creature there, and so I had that big die cut. It was of a cat, and that was from my Kiki K collection. It was a little too big, so I went ahead and looked through the sticker book and found a little cat sticker, and I placed another one of Suse's florals behind the cat, and here I'm just embellishing some more with little bits from Suse's kit, and some more of those puffy hearts from Felicity Jane. I was trying to figure out where to put that one, and I just ended up putting it where I originally had put it. I also wanted to put this little Stay Cozy piece from Suse under the rest, because, you know, that's what I've been doing today, is resting and being cozy in my own little space, just to recharge, pretty much. And so now I think I pull out, after I glue everything down, I pull out my book again, and I place this page in it just to see how it'll look. Oh, I'm putting back the little tags. I took it out so everything could be flat. And that is my 2 pages there. I'm going to do my journaling off camera. And yeah, here are some photos. I really hope you enjoyed this process video. Give it a thumbs up if you like, subscribe if you aren't already and you want to see more videos like these, and I'll see you next time. Bye!